Hey squad, welcome back to the world's favorite Duke and Duchess coverage channel, the People's Duchess. Happy Monday to all the squaddies heading into work, heading into those physical offices after a nice little weekend there. Oh, goodness. Bless your hearts. I had a really good weekend. One of my friends adopted a pet and she did a whole she combined the baby shower and the coming home. She got a push present and everything. It's so crazy. How people go crazy for their pets, but I love it. I love it so much. The dog's name is Mojo, and oh my goodness, you guys, I'm gonna put up some pictures on my community tab. The puppy is so cute. I cannot even stand it. All right, so getting into the big news over the weekend. The good news is Meghan's rosé has made such a massive impact and wave in the markets. I got my hands on some, and I'm one of these people who went from the 3-pack to the 6-pack. I ordered the half crate this time around because I want to see what's all going on with the 2024. I still have my 2023. I haven't yet done my ascot tea, high tea at noon shindig, but I will absolutely get into that. You know how it is in the group chat. You put a date and then everyone's like, oh, yeah, that sounds great. And then a little bit later, they're like, oh, wait a minute, something happened, or I have to babysit that weekend, or whatever the case might be. So I'm still trying to arrange the tea time. I was initially having it at the end of August. So we're still kind of working out those dates for the end of August. But yeah, it's going to be so much fun. All the articles, oh my goodness, all the articles that are coming out about this rosé is wild. There's so much fervor and fever pitch around anything that Meghan does. So I'm not surprised that her wine has garnered a lot of attention. We've seen a lot of these sommeliers and different types of people that professional media outlets have recruited to do these reviews on Meghan's wine, and they've all just been blown away by it. Harper's Bazaar also did a taste test with their experts, and they wrote this article touching on how As Ever has sold 10,000 bottles in about 10 minutes, a really strong indicator of brand resilience. And it really made me look at the whole kerfuffle with Tyla and her album sales this week. Now, apparently she's only pushed just under 4,000 copies in her first week of sales. And it's quite unfortunate, but I am not surprised at all. And I want to use that as a reference point because Tyla should be succeeding, right? She's beautiful, she can sing, she's got all of the ingredients for superstardom, but she said some really weird stuff. And it's not even generally weird, right? If you want to identify yourself as colored, go ahead and identify yourself as colored. No one's saying that you should redefine what you're comfortable with as far as your own identity. That's completely up to you to define yourself, check whatever box it is that you want to check. However, I'm curious, why is it always when in Rome, do as the Romans do until the Romans are black? If I went to South Africa right now, I would have to start describing myself as colored out there. I can't just insist that they don't refer to me as colored. Same thing with China. I can't just go to China out there and insist that they stop being communist because I'm not. So if you come to America and you're marketing to an American audience, when they tell you, hey, this term you're using is very offensive here, it has a long sordid history, when Jim Crow and all that was in place, those colored only signs are really triggering for people. You don't take that and go, oh, well, we in South Africa use this term and that's what I'm going to use over here, and you guys just have to get over that. When you tried to hand your award off to Halle Bailey and making it seem like, oh, she was there to help you carry your award, like she was some kind of helpmate for you or something, that was a microaggression. We told you so, and you said, oh, well, get over it, which we also didn't like. This is a free country. You can say whatever you want in general, but you're not free from the consequences of saying whatever you want. Yeah, you have freedom to identify however you want, live your life the way you want, but with those choices that you make come the choices that we then make in response to that. So I don't know, this whole Tyla thing is kind of crazy, but it's the truth. And it didn't really help that your fans were completely rabid and excessively xenophobic and racist in your comments, and you never ever once checked them. Ever. And I'm not saying that you're responsible for your fans' behavior, but you definitely see them online. You definitely see them popping off the most racist stuff online towards Black women in particular, your target audience in particular. No comment, nothing. Even Beyonce, you know, her hive, also quite rabid sometimes, I must admit. And I love Beyonce. I love Beyonce down. But that beehive, and there was a time where Beyonce was even like, hey, y'all are kind of going crazy. Can you tamp it down a little bit? And her beehive told her, respectfully, Beyonce, stay out of this. Which kind of made the whole thing funny and everything like that. But even Beyonce had to like tell her hive to chill. She made the effort. Every celebrity I've seen that has a fan base where their fan base starts getting unexpectedly rabid towards their other fan bases or potential fan bases, they put a stop to it. Even Robert Pattinson was dating FKA Twigs, a biracial British singer. And when his fan base started getting unexpectedly rabid and racist towards her, he put a stop to it. He came out and said, look, squash all that. Don't do that. And they stopped. For the most part, there's still the subreddit lurkers who are irredeemable, but he came out and said, don't do this. This is not good. Period. So it's important to have media literacy and media training and be able to come out and say what you think and what you feel, not turn around to your publicist in that Breakfast Club interview and just look at them crazy and the publicist go, yeah, we're not going to talk about that. Like, that's not how you do it. And I think that that's the one thing that Meghan does really well. I remember her explaining it to the question of her ethnicity from the interviewer at their engagement interview, and she explained it beautifully. She said she's proud of her ethnicity. She's proud to have a Black mother. She's proud to have all of the pieces and components that make who she is up. And I think that that was a wonderful answer. And I don't know why Tyla couldn't have just answered in such a way that didn't disrespect the pain that people had conveyed to her regarding that word colored here in the United States. Meghan also explained it in the documentary how race wasn't really a thing until she went to the UK, and then that was the only thing. But even before she became like well-known, mega famous household name, she did PSAs for anti-racism. So it's really good that Meghan has a very clear understanding, just like Tyla, who has a very clear understanding of who she is. But I think that where Tyla falls short is that she just doesn't have that media training for the US. Tyla could have really done well in the US because biracials are up 1,000. Biracials are up 1,000. You see any commercial nowadays, they got a Black mom and a white dad or some variation of that. So biracials are really up 1 million right now. And I'm not sure why Tyla said, you know what, I'm not going to follow this blueprint here to market to my target audience. I'm just going to do whatever I want to do, and they're going to conform to what I want to put out there. And she just gravely misjudged, her whole team gravely misjudged the error of doing that. In the US, Black women in particular really pushed the trends, and here you really have to try to win over that core audience. Her team spent tons of money, millions of dollars, getting her on the map, putting her on the charts, all of those things, only for it to be wasted because of hubris and xenophobia. And that's just not how it works here, Tyla. How many Afrobeat stars have made it in the US, right? You got your Wizkid, you've got Thames, you've got Burna Boy, Wale, Tiwa Savage. There's a whole host of African artists that we are obsessed with. Even in the UK, right? They have Gigs, they have Stormzy, they have Skepta. So it's not like she couldn't have made it, and America and the UK don't embrace African artists. We do. We really do. In fact, they should have just launched her in the UK. That's where I think she would have made the most impact with the kind of thinking that she has and the kind of person that she is. Can't blame us for turning away from you because you did this to yourself. Really. Anyways, Tyla is young and she still has a lot to learn and a lot of room to grow. I'm choosing to give her grace and I hope her career does well. I think that she would benefit a lot from calming down on the hubris, calming down on the ego a little bit. I'm not by any means telling her to be humble. Do not be humble, Tyla. Pop yo ish. Talk yo ish, pop yo ish. You fine as hell. You can sing, you can dance. You're obviously a very talented woman. You deserve your kudos for that. And I'm not telling you to be humble at all. But when your core audience says, hey, this kind of rubs us the wrong way, I wouldn't then say, oh, well, deal with it. That's probably not the best blueprint moving forward. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed today's video, please give a like, a share, and subscribe to my channel. And if you really like the video, go on ahead and hit that join button and join the squad.